I'm wondering what will happen to this camera. Okay. It will just be... yeah. Alright guys, hello, and welcome back to another episode on the Transport Fever 2 campaign with me, Spacefish, and welcome back out here to beautiful France. Still here. We already spent 2 episodes on this campaign mission, but it does seem that there is more stuff to do, so we're right back at it, and at the moment we've only got this one task apparently, which is transporting military personnel to the production facility in Le Mans. So, let me figure out where from where to. I'm actually apparently already transporting them, which is interesting. Did I set that up in the last one already? It does look like I have got Le Mans transfer going on, which ends up. Wait, where does that end up? I'm confused. Oh, is it this train track? Yeah, so it's Le Mans Paris. I think I had that previously, didn't I? So is it really just a matter of actually that transport going back and forth? The thing is, this seems to be going rather slowly still for like amount of people actually traveling on the train. Like 6 people for every run is going to take us a while. So I think let me check out if it's actually this train that does deliver the people that we are now waiting for. And if it is, I think I'm just going to spare you guys that part and probably, you know, suffer through it on my own. But for the time being, let's just have a quick look at if this is actually the case. And let's maybe, you know, enter the cockpit, have a nice little tunnel drive, you know, look back at the train, at the good old rustiness that this thing is. But look at that. This thing actually looks pretty cool. Okay, with that said, let me get out of here. And 12. Okay, so it is definitely that train. I am very sure that this is going to take us the odd minute or 2 or 5 or 10 or 20 or however long it may be. So for a start, guys, let me place a quick cut right here and I'll be right back when we are actually nearly done with this stuff. Alright guys, and welcome back to the cut with this beautiful picture. It's actually been a whole day for me. I was getting very busy yesterday, but I managed to get the game just about to the point where we do now finally have 48 out of 50 people over at Le Mans, and this train is now, hopefully, fingers crossed, exactly, it is loaded up with the last few people that we will need to complete this challenge. So let's maybe go on board, have a few lags left and right, and then you know, look at the Eiffel Tower from afar and just enjoy the ride over to Le Mans for the very last time before we will have this challenge completed. So, with that said, here comes the tunnel up ahead. So, I'm wondering what will happen to this camera. Okay, it will just be... yeah, that's an interesting perspective of the world, isn't it? Okay, a very different one. Let's fix that maybe. That was a bit weird, but with that said, with the Eiffel Tower all the way back there, we should now have this part of the challenge completed. And let's see what we're going to get next, what task we will have to work on now.
Mr. Blériot was able to design the ideal airplane for the London to Paris race. A large number of magnificent men with their flying machines from all over Europe waits at the starting line. Show them which nation truly masters aviation.
Okay, very nice. So, establish a route from the airfield. Wait, so we start here. The airfield in London to the airfield in Paris. Okay, so we will need to get a line going from the London airfield to the Paris airfield, which is right over here. Just like that. And we will call it the London-Paris race. And with that done and out of the way, let us go ahead and buy whatever new airplane we just got. Or didn't get. Huh. I thought he had developed a new airplane. That looks very much like the old one. I'm kind of confused. But Anyways, with that said, I suppose let's have a race with the good old airplane we're already used to. I'm really kind of slightly sort of confused, I'll have to say. But you know, maybe I can at least once I've gotten this plane a bit further across the channel, maybe I can at least, you know, get us some beautiful pictures of this thing flying over like the Eiffel Tower or whatever. But it's a bit weird. I must say, I really expected to see a different plane now that we've all worked towards that, but apparently that is not what is going to happen now, unfortunately. And with that said, let me get like a nice camera perspective going for us of like it's crossing out the English Channel. It is still a bit weird. I feel there must be some camera controls that I'm not quite aware of just yet, but well, kind of fine, I suppose. And with that said, it does not... Oh no, it does look like we will pass the Eiffel Tower, but it does look... Whoa, that's a bit fast, isn't it? Jeez. I really hope none of you dudes got sick there or anything, because that was quite the fast landing. I hope everybody is fine, but with that said, we are already across the channel, and we should have completed the race right here. Hello? Perfect. Okay, nice. And that's it. That's it for this campaign mission then. Alright, so... Vive la France. Okay, with that said, that was actually just 6 minutes on top, so I think we are still very much in the usual time frame of these episodes. Just took a little bit longer this very mission. But with that said, guys, I will place another quick cut right here then, and I will be right back with you when we have a look at what the next mission of this campaign chapter will be for us.
In the golden 20s, the US economy is booming. The constantly growing cities are pulsing with life. Motorcars crowd the streets, which will soon be too narrow for all the traffic. Exhaust pipes blast their fumes in the urban canyons, while radios blast out new kinds of music. A new era is dawning.
Okay guys, and with that said, so it does look like we will be going over back to the USA, to the Midwest, apparently. And, well, 1920 to 1930, so certainly a few years after the prior mission. Really interested to see what our tasks will be. But with that said, I'm going to click that start button. That will get us to a loading screen. And, well, I'll be right back with you guys when that is done.
Automotive business, for example. As luck would have it, no one wanted to buy a car from you. Then you noticed that people like to be chauffeured around in your cars. So why not make your living doing it? Set up a bus company for everyone who can't afford a car. Let the American dream come true. You've been driving people across the country in a spacious automobile for quite some time now. At first, it was just your former buddies from the iron mine up in Alice. But word of the advantages you have to offer has gotten around. Now, so many people want to get in on the pleasure of your transportation service that it's impossible for you to manage all by yourself. You need capable staff. Several young people can be found in the surrounding area who are currently looking for a job and would be suitable for your company. Get them together and bring them here.
Alright guys, and with that, welcome back to the US, welcome to the Midwest of the US, and welcome to Minneapolis at, well, not quite the start of the 20th century anymore, but as you guys can see, automotives are very much up and coming, and it does look as though we will now get ourselves into the transportation business once more, but actually we will apparently be transporting people with all different kinds of things like cars and buses. So very interesting task right there. Let's get ourselves right into it. And we will need to bring some apprentices to a training center. So our training center is right here at the very outskirts of the city. And well, where do I gather them? Let's find out, I suppose. How, hello, help? There's like no goods or something attached to this. This is kind of annoying. Okay. How does that work now? Several young people can be found in the surrounding area who are currently looking for a job. Where can they be found? I don't have any indicators apparently. I don't see any question marks. I don't see any indicators that this thing needs like people which I can transport from somewhere. Something. It's like totally empty. I can't get vehicles going. Can I maybe just like ring at doorbells again or something? How do I bring in apprentices, guys? Jeez, like come on. This is... Oh wait, I can actually get buildings going. Huh. I'm wondering if I was to get like a bus tram stop up right here, right? And then I would get one right there. Then I would get like a road depot. Would that work? I'm not really that sure that would work, because that doesn't seem to be the intent of the mission for me, but there's like no actual indicator of how to do it right now. And this is like once more... Oh, okay. Pretty cool. Nice little 50 kilometers an hour bus right there, so let's get like 2 of those for the time being. And get them assigned to a new line, which we will define to be from here to there, and it will be like the training line or something. But like, I don't know, this is once more like something where I'm absolutely puzzled as to what to even do, and where I just feel that this game is sometimes in the description of its missions really lacking an actual description of what the game wants you to do, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I'm really confused, I'll have to say. I really don't know. It does look like there is people accumulating there though, so fingers crossed that that's gonna work the way that we want it to. I'm just gonna add like another bus stop like out here and another one right there. I'm just gonna expand the line a bit, I suppose. I'm gonna add this station, I'm gonna add that station, and it's apparently gonna optimize itself instantly, so that's nice. I am going to also get like another 2 buses, because honestly, oh, not enough vehicles available at this time. That's interesting. But honestly, if we already are getting this thing expanded to kind of cover the rest of the city a bit more, you know, honestly, why not? Speaking of which, why is there a tram going back and forth already? Wait, is there like competitors or something in this game? Because I didn't know that was a thing in this game. I'm confused. There's a tram. And it doesn't seem to belong to me. But like, if I had ever known that there was competitors in this game, you know, I would have so gotten myself competitors and free play. But like, I'm so confused right now, guys. I am so absolutely confused. That is pretty weird. Can you guys just let me know down below in the comments if you guys know by any chance if there's like any competitors or whatever in this game? Like, that'd be very great to know. I'm like super puzzled right now. But with that said, our buses are going back and forth. These stations are filling up like mad, especially this one. Like 11 people in it. That's pretty darn crazy. And look at these first skyscrapers. Rollers. Very interesting. Billiards in there. Supermarkets and all the good things. So that's very interesting. But with that said, I would now like to see if this whole people by bus delivery thing will work as intended, because I don't know, it seems kind of weird, you know, the fact that I can get buses going before actually training people. Like, I thought the intent of training people was to actually even be able to get buses going, but maybe it is instead to just be able to get more buses going. And with that said, that was actually just an interesting mechanic. Did you guys see that? It seemed that the bus only went 20 within the city, like 20 kilometers an hour, but once it got itself out of the city, it actually accelerated up to way higher speeds than before. So that's definitely a very interesting one, and with that said, it does look like all these people are actually getting in. It's called bussing in. Okay, I could have seen that, I suppose. But yeah, so all these people are getting themselves over there, and that way, in like a few seconds, we'll probably hopefully have the people needed for that. Another thing that I'm actually noticing right now, by the way, right, is that these buses, couldn't they go 50? Why are they only going 40? That's very interesting. Maybe that is actually due to road surfaces and the likes. I never knew that. But with that said,
and that in turn is bad for business.
Exactly.
It's high time that a training route was set up.
Okay, so we need to establish a line each for buses and trucks on the test route and have vehicles drive there. So, how do I do that? New line, yeah, I mean that's, yeah. Oh, do I maybe need like stations here or something? I suppose I do, right? For buses and trucks, so I would need like truck stops here too. Okay. And then I need like, okay, that's already at the second line, but this is like, okay, so this would be bus training, right? And then I would add some stations to this one, which would be my unload stops. And this would be truck training. Okay, I've got a line established for each. Now, how do I assign, like, actual trucks to it or whatever? Somebody teach me, please. Really not too sure. Maybe I just actually connect up the roads. Looks like that may be the solution. Okay, so can I now... Oh. Okay, so I can get one of these. I will need to reassign one of the other, I suppose. So truck training for you. And you will instead get assigned to bus training then. Is that the way for me to do it? Is that the way that I... on the test route and have vehicles drive there? So yeah, I would assume that's the way to do it. The first bus is arriving there now. The first truck is arriving there. Okay, cool.
Before you let them loose on paying customers. With you, there's no room for road hogs.
Okay, that probably makes sense. But yeah, so they will now be driving around the track, just accumulating some percentages, I suppose. And yeah, see, so this is like how many I have actually still got available, so that limit is actually due to the missing training. But with that said, these percentages will take a few minutes, so I'll place another quick cut for you guys right here, and I'll be right back when these guys are done with their training. Alright guys, and we're back, and as you can see, the guys are nearly done. Well, with that said, actually, that is actually crazy. The guys are actually just done for one additional vehicle. We need to increase the number of available vehicles to at least 10, so it actually means that I have to wait for another one. But maybe, before we actually go into another cut, I suppose, let me just, you know, just up the amount of buses driving on this line. And then as apparently, well, no, not sell one, but buy another one, because apparently we do now have one more available. Well, we will need another bus and truck training run to complete on both these. So, for the time being, let me go and buy one more. Let me assign this to, well, what we can still call the training line, but it's not really exclusively a training line anymore. And with that said, guys, I'll place yet another quick cut, and I'll be back when we are actually done. Alright guys, and now we are nearly finally done. The third bus has actually really helped out, by the way, with the amount of people.
And you need them too. Traveling by bus is becoming more and more popular. To keep the streets from becoming completely clogged, yet still enable the automotive industry to keep on selling cars, a license to provide transportation services has to be acquired. Time to get into the long-distance bus business.
Alright.
You've already gotten a license for transportation services in Minneapolis. Get your hands on more licenses so that your bus business gets rolling.
Okay, so establish at least 3 bus lines from neighboring towns to Minneapolis and transport 50 passengers. Buy the appropriate licenses for this in the respective town centers. Okay, so I mean, I would have the obvious short one here being St. Paul, right? The question being, how do I actually buy these now? Oh God, do I click like the name or something? Like, seriously, like, some of these explanations... okay, wait, so I can't go from St. Paul. I need to go from, like, St... Okay. I didn't say anything. Didn't even complain. But with that said, where do I now... Do I just click this? Okay. So this is, like, what is this? 6 million. Okay, we've got a lot of money. Let's buy that. So this is Rochester. Then acquire that. St. Cloud and... I suppose we're going to go for Eau Claire? I mean, I suppose we could buy them all, but honestly, like, why waste the money? Why not? Why not, honestly? Okay, so with all these licenses now bought, I think it is time to set up some more bus and tram stops. So I'll just do these rather centrally in the respective cities. And then the question would be for me, right? Which one of these would I think this bus stop here is honestly a pretty good one. Yeah, I think I'll just have this as like the central destination for all these buses that I'm now setting up. And, well, one right there and one here. And, well, now we really just need a few buses, which we only have 2 available. Great thing. I could, in fact, use 3 for my 3 lines. So maybe I'll just... reassign a different one. Wait, before I can actually assign these things though, let's actually make some lines. I'll need one from St. Cloud to Minneapolis. We will call that St. Cloud, Minneapolis. Just so we, as always, know what that is. Same thing then from, oh God, what was that city called? I only know Rose something, so we'll call it that. I'm hopeful that will help me out enough in figuring out what that was. This one was called La Crosse. I just saw that name glitch through there really quickly, so we will call it La Crosse. Whoopsie. To Minneapolis. Perfect. Okay, so that's all our lines set up. Now we just need the appropriate number of buses to get them going, and as you guys can see, this training is still going very, very, very slowly, unfortunately. So, well, we will need to change the assignment of one of these buses to St. Cloud, Minneapolis. And with that said, we should now be set for our first bit of passenger transport between these cities, which will honestly probably take quite a minute. Like, I don't know. I think 50 passengers is honestly a lot. Like, even with 9 passengers a bus, 50 is still a pretty big number. And I'm not even sure we're going to get our buses that full that quickly, because look at this. We only have 1 person right there. We only have, like, how many do we have here? We've got 5 right there. So it will be fulfilling, well, it will be filling the requirements in due time, but I do think that it will take a few minutes. But with that said, guys, I think for the time being, with all this said and done, it is probably time to get ourselves to the end of this episode and continue in the next one. So I do hope that you guys did enjoy this episode, and if you did, please make sure to hit that like button down below. It does always very much help out the channel, and if you're new around here and like what you saw and would like to stay around for more, also definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button down below, as well as the bell icon right next to it, to stay up to date on any future upcoming episodes. And with that all said, guys, as always, I would like to thank you all very much for watching. Once more, I'm very sorry for the delay this week on the episodes. I do hope that you guys understand that due to my birthday, everything got a bit delayed. But one way or another, I hope you'll have a great rest of this week, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.